Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realnesss with three S's. I'm your host, Francis, here to talk about Bachelor in Paradise, episode 8 of season 9. We have Tamika. How are you doing today, Tamika? It's been a
I
while.
am good.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yes.
Did
I
you miss
needed
the
a
show?
bit of the break. I was excited for the episode coming in. We left on a cliffhanger. This was the worst episode of the entire season. It was only an hour. Like, come the frick on.
Speaking of it being only an hour, when I was like, I didn't seem to tape it for whatever reason on my box.
DVR.
Yeah. And so I went to find it on the channel and it says 37:43. And I'm like, is it only like a third of it? Like, is it going to cut off? And so that's the length of the episode without commercials was like 37:43. And I was
wow.
it was shocking.
Wow.
I think some of the Bachelor, the Golden Bachelor ate into it about
yeah. That's minutes. True. It was only 50 minutes. That's true.
Right. It was supposed to be like 6 minutes, but it ended up, because it was live, it ended up eating into about 5 extra minutes because they were making that announcement. So yes. But yeah, and then I think it was just like a ton of commercials. It was just a terrible. They could have kept this episode.
Kept it.
Yeah. Kept this episode.
Yeah. How are you doing, Miss TJoy? It's been a little while.
Yes. I haven't felt the best today, but I'm here with a smile on my face. And I did see when I was watching it, because when I first cut it on, it said 53 minutes. And I was like, I'm missing, why didn't my DVR record it all?
Exactly.
But that was the whole gist of it. And I think that next week is going to be like 3 hours of just nonsense. And they felt like they had to put this hour just so they could justify the 3. I don't know, but it's just nonsense. The whole thing is just nonsense. Let's just wrap it up.
I definitely had higher hopes for the season when it started. Remember, we were quite excited.
Yeah, because it was good.
It was enjoyable. And this episode, I was like, I don't care about any of these couples. Let's wrap it up.
I literally care about 2. And I literally care about 2. And only one I can see going the distance. The other one is like, I can see them going either way, but I just like their energy and they barely showed them. They barely showed the 2 couples.
So Eliza and Aaron B, I'm assuming is your first one, which it seems like they're on the right path.
Yeah.
They like he's saying the right things.
Yeah.
It looks like they might get engaged.
Yeah. I think they could go the distance. I think, and again, like I like what they're bringing to the table. I'm invested in them in that I think they could work long term.
But clearly the producers don't care about them.
The producers don't care about them. They barely showed them. And so to me, when I looked at Bachelor Data's screen time of who got the most screen time, the person that got the most screen time for this episode was Mercedes. And
why are they trying to push Mercedes on us?
I don't know. And we're going to get to that part.
Because they've been ignoring the fact that they haven't been compatible for 6 weeks. And now all of a sudden they want to focus on it. Like, be quiet. Like, you haven't shown the
And then, Eliza was like way down and Aaron. And Olivia and Michael, who is the other couple that I the little bit we saw of them, I really liked in this episode.
I have one problem with it, and I just get you guys thinking, like, what could the one problem be about the little thing? But just have it in the back of your cerebellum, and then when we get to their little mini date, we'll talk.
and they barely showed them as well. And when you look at the Bachelor Data time, for once, Olivia was not. Whereas most of the other episodes, Olivia was the person with the most screen time. It was either Olivia or Kat. And for once, this episode, Olivia was in the middle.
Well, it's kind of like as soon as she's in, it's okay. So do you know like how they have? I can't remember what it's called right now, but there's that whole test where in movies women only are seen on screen talking about men. I forget what the test is called. It's kind of, it seems like there needs to be a new test for Black people on TV.
Yeah.
Because like it's if she's having some like interactions with a white man or a white woman, or she's having drama with either of these parties.
Yes.
Screen time.
Hi.
Yeah. And then as soon as now she's in a relationship with a black man, all of a sudden her screen time goes completely down. So I would like to look at the data of black people, like black and black and other races.
You and I could sit here and let's make a documentary, because it's obvious. Like we could see it on Love Island. Catherine, they did the same thing to her. Every time she was in a nice, safe relationship, we got absolutely none of her love story. Anytime there was drama between her and somebody else, they brought that to the screen. So we're seeing this with Olivia. And yes, I do like the moments when Olivia is calling these people out, but I also, this is a romantic show. I want to see her. And the thing is, she's in one. Unlike Brayden, who wasn't in one, she's actually in an actual situation that could develop into something. Why are you not showing that to us?
I think we need to do a little doc or a little an edited video on just like let's look at the data here. Let's look at the data.
We have plenty of examples.
Oh my gosh, that would be actually. I wonder how we could like extrapolate the information. I guess we could go to Bachelor data and look at the actual screen time data and like do percentage wise here, and then do let's do it.
Yeah.
Off season.
And even let's take another show. Let's take a show that is not supposed to be romantic based. Big Brother. You had Taylor here, who ended up in a quote unquote showmance. It wasn't really a showmance. It was just something that happened between two people on a show. And the show made sure to show it. They made sure to edit it into the edit. They took out a lot of her gameplay that week. That was probably her week of her most active gameplay. And then after the show, when she wins, spoiler alert, they actually told her she wasn't allowed to promote products. Her and her team were discouraged from promoting products for sexual health for women.
That's a little bit like
hypocritical.
And to be fair, her team also agreed with it and was pushing hard on her, because she's like, but my whole premise is that I'm woman forward, and this is a part of a woman, their sexual health. Why would I not want that part of my brand? Explain. They pushed a whole hard on her.
That's really unfortunate. She should be able to promote whatever she wants to promote.
Exactly.
If she wants that to be part of her brand, what she stands for, by all means, that should be something that she could say yes to.
Right.
Wow. So V says they show more romance with Kat than Olivia.
What romance?
Talking about their bladders.
They really want us to believe in this love story that has been for 3 weeks, that these people are ready to get engaged and they're so in love. They really want us to believe that.
Like Chantel said, they're probably going to get engaged. But my whole thing is, it's off of nothing. Like
nothing.
And it's not even time, because you have to have time in order to get engaged. We see people who meet after a week and get engaged. Hey, Debu. Like we've seen that. We can understand that, right? But
they don't have a connection. They
haven't
talk about
showed
nothing.
us a connection. They haven't showed us anything to connect those two people.
Oh my God.
Except
you
for
go
like
into
their skin
the
color.
water? I barely like to get in the water. Oh my God, you do that? Like, they talk about nothing.
Nothing. It's not Seinfeld here, okay? Well, let's get into this episode, because I took 3 pages of notes, and it's just I don't even know what I wrote down. Okay, so we come back to the cliffhanger where we were kind of talking and speculating that maybe he's not breaking up with her. Maybe this is a big misdirect. No. He was breaking up with her. He kind of felt like they weren't getting to where he thought they needed to be, considering they've had more time than he had with Katie, and he was further along in his relationships and his feelings for Katie. So basically, she didn't actually do anything to stop him, and he left the beach. So up until that point, what are your thoughts about the breakup here?
I thought it was for the best. I thought he was very accurate in his feelings. I think that she didn't fight it because she knew deep down, she was in love with the fact of coming on the show and being in love, brought a dress, you know what I mean, that she wanted to get proposed to in, like all of these things, the idea of it. And she was trying to fit him into it, but she knows that they're not right for each other. They hadn't built a strong enough, foundation. She's still looking over here at Tyler, looking over at Tana, like thinking like who else could fit better in this? Who could be the missing puzzle piece? And she knew it wasn't him. So I respected him for it. Like, let's not waste time here. Like, this is not what we doing. Like, I'm gonna go home. I respect it.
So a few things. I actually listened to an interview he did on Bachelor Happy Hour.
That's still on? Yeah. Because he also did an interview with Caitlin Bristow. I haven't listened to that either, but okay.
Oh, did he? Okay, I have to listen to that one. But when I was listening to his Bachelor Happy Hour interview, I was like, oh yeah, no, he breaks up with her. I knew it. Yeah, I knew he was going to break up with her. Hey, Isaiah.
I'm like, who doesn't watch the Bachelor? He's always coming for the drama. He's always coming for the violence. Isaiah, am I seeing you on Tuesday?
He was lamenting that he can't make it. I can't make it either. I'm so upset I can't come to New Orleans.
Guys, like, this is the one.
I know. I want to come so bad.
And the 3. Yeah. Oh, boo. Yeah. Boo, boo. Well, maybe you should start watching Bachelor in Paradise.
Right. And so for me, just the way he was describing things, he did not know about that kiss with Tyler.
Where did that kiss with Tyler go?
He did not know.
It just went into the abyss.
And like
Thank you. It's in the iCloud.
And you're on offline. You can't.
He did not explain either when he found out. So I'm thinking he found out when he watched the show.
Ooh, brutal. So you'll be happy about that then.
Yeah. So yeah, I knew he was breaking up with her. It was for the best. It literally was 2 people in 2 different mindsets, 2 different places in life, trying to find a connection, and the connection was not there because she's immature as hell and he was way too mature. Like literally, I'd rather him be the Bachelor. I think he would be a great Bachelor.
Next. I like Blake, but like I can't see him again.
But
as the Bachelor for the whole season,
I like his maturity.
I can't take it again.
No, you can't see him again. Not again. You say you can't see him again?
Listen, he has a career.
No, I can't. He can come on Bachelor in Paradise again.
I don't want to see him on that.
I can't have him.
I need him to go find Genevieve and get back with her because I don't know what happened there.
I wouldn't want to be dumped and then like that and then have him come back to me. Like
he basically said that he just the time he had with Jess was not worth throwing away. For a different connection. So that is why he stayed with Jess at the time. So I just felt like they had more of a connection. But
they did. We saw that, but like I understand his rationale. He spent 2 more weeks with Jess, so like let's invest in this. He does like her. She's really pretty, blah blah blah.
And he really was just trying to step away and allow her time to build other connections. And he said when he came back, and they didn't get to talk till, remember, like the next day, which was silly. He had wrote her a note to let her know he was choosing her from like that morning, so she would not feel anxious because they don't. Okay. It was rose ceremony day. They don't get to they don't get to see each other till the rose ceremony or that party at the night. Mm-hmm. So he had let her know he was choosing her, and so I just feel like. All of that just could have bowed out. It shouldn't have had to take Blake to bow out himself. But I am proud of Blake for saying, you know what, I'm not going to keep going. I realize where this is going, and Jess is not the one. So
Dabu here says Blake and Jess decided to stop wasting our time. Absolutely. Bravo.
Absolutely.
I mean,
respect it.
I just wish that they could have gotten there because I do see that they had a little bit of a connection, and that like if she just put in a little bit more enthusiasm and instead of just wanting him to compliment her, like just put a little bit more into the relationship, and I think it could have worked. So the next part of this little saga is Blake is leaving, and Kylie runs after him like she's in a rom-com. Like, what do you mean stop the car? Like, wait, isn't there anybody you want to stay here for? Why you're leaving? I can't be here without you. Excuse me?
I don't know who sent her. Was it her PR person, her publicist? Who sent her to go stop? Because I have not seen Blake.
There was a kiss that was supposed to be there because he kind of smirked at one point. He was like, I don't know what happened there. Sorry,
she acted like that was her backup man or something. Like she really was like, "Isn't there anybody you want to stay here for?" As though
it was weird.
And he knew something that we didn't know, and I'm like, "Well, who is he supposed to be staying here for?" I was very confused by this whole thing. I was very confused.
Weird. It was weird. I've seen him hang out, have more conversations with Kat and Olivia than I ever did him and Kylie. So I don't know where this came from.
Maybe because from my experience of Kylie this season, she is just looking for clout. So maybe she realizes because she doesn't get that many confessionals, it doesn't seem like she gets that much airtime. She had a double date with Avon and not even like a singular date. So maybe she realized like, maybe I should try to get with Blake because the show likes Blake a lot. Maybe if Blake is fighting over me, I'll have a little more screen time. And light a fire underneath Avon's butt. Like, what the heck? That they didn't even show their story, and I'm bored by it. So, let's TJoy. So, how did you feel about? Tell me a little bit more about how you felt about this rom-com moment of Kylie's. Were you expecting it?
I wasn't expecting it because when we had seen the preview and people were like, "Is she leaving? Is she leaving?" Remember when they showed the preview of her like running up the steps or whatever? I wasn't sure what was going on. So when I saw that this was the reason why she was running up the steps and running to the car, and she's looking at him, and it was such an intimate look. It was not like a friend look. It was a very intimate.
It was like
look.
they like are fooling around on the side, kind of.
Yes. And she was like, "Isn't there anybody you want to stay here for?" And I'm like, what? Did we miss something else? Like, are they focused so much on Kat? I start yelling at the TV. See, they're focused on Kat, and we have missed something. They have been googly out at each other, and we've missed it because I'm like, there had to have been something because this came out of nowhere. There had to have been something. Have they been flirting?
Well, like we've been missing all like the day, right? Because it goes from like morning and then it's rose ceremony, morning, then it's rose ceremony. So there's like 10 hours that we're missing. And so maybe there's a little flirty thing that's happening that they haven't been showing at all. I wonder if it's because Blake leaves and it doesn't actually manifest into anything.
Right. And maybe because they wanted to have one show where maybe they think that they'll be engaged. So they didn't want to mess up, her and Evan's edit or something. But I don't know.
I mean, that might have made them more interesting. What edit? Like there was no edit.
Well, V here says that Kylie had more chemistry with Blake than Avon, and I agree. That was the most interesting that Kylie has been all season was in this conversation.
Absolutely.
These 3 minutes.
They're more earnest, more. I'm not going to say real, absolutely not.
But baby voice on a bit, but it was better.
A little more emotion was put into their
Like there was intentional flirting. It seemed.
Yes.
She had a want that she was going after.
Yes.
So like it was compelling. We want to see people go after their wants, right? That's like the basic structure of story.
Hug too. Like when they hugged, didn't it seem a little tight? Like a little.
Well, he does say that that with Jess, Jess really didn't fight for him. And I don't know why she didn't bother fighting for him. And like if she just wanted to even stay till the end, they don't have to get engaged. They can just be like, okay, we're leaving separately. But like, I don't know why she didn't just give a little bit more. She just was like, yeah, okay, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, like think about Becca and Thomas. When Becca, and she was dumping him hardcore.
That was bad.
It was bad. And he
Oh,
fought.
Tommy.
He fought real hard. He was like, no, I just like I think we're good. Like I think we can be something. She's like, nope. Like she was cold to him. That he so badly that she ended up having to call him after the show, realizing she's the one that screwed up. She let
Oh,
fear frick her up. And can you imagine if he
Right.
hadn't fought for her and none of that
Right.
happened and she didn't watch the show, realizing, oh crap, like he really liked me and I threw that away.
and now they have a baby and they're married.
Married.
And like he
Mhm.
loves her so much.
He
Yeah, he
Like
does.
does.
he love bombs her in a way that doesn't give me the ick.
No, not at
Mhm.
all. Like he's so happy too. Like you
He's
can
a good
tell when
guy.
somebody
Mhm.
is happy, like genuinely happy. He was genuinely happy even before they announced their pregnancy. He was genuinely happy with her and the dogs
Yeah.
and just happy, like just happy living in their home, even when they were living in two different homes. He was just happy. And that is what we want to see. And that is my problem with the show. Stop making these people either make decisions that make no sense, just put them on the beach and let things fly, like what
Jeez.
Chantel is saying. It's like, do they have to go to the end and get engaged, or do they have to go to, or like set a point where it makes sense, but don't kick people off of the beach and just like kind of like
I
with
think
Squid
so.
Games,
I
just follow
feel
the
it.
storylines that you guys have decided, determined that you guys want to follow. But I'm gonna tell you, you're probably gonna end up having to edit it more because we're going to want storylines that you're probably not going to show us. But I feel like that would be a better thing than what we're getting right now.
100%. I mean, I think we could produce these shows a little bit better than what's happening.
Yeah.
And I don't think they even get it.
No.
Like they just don't seem to understand why it's not working.
Yeah, they
Nope.
don't. If they did, there are certain people they would not showcase, and there's certain people that they would.
Yeah, it's like they think the formula still works and it
Yeah,
doesn't.
and it doesn't.
Right.
And it's proven by the Golden Bachelor that the formula that you had
Hmm.
does not work.
It's
Because what they're getting flack right now for the Golden Bachelor is lying to us about stuff that you didn't even have to lie to us about.
yeah, exactly.
And the ratings otherwise still showed it. In the last 3 years, this
Right.
is the highest rated show.
Is it really?
Yes, the Golden Bachelor, where older people are finding love, that really want to be in love, that are ready to do what you want them to do: propose, get engaged, run off and get married. Cast older people.
Hello. You better tell him.
Well, and also though, maybe the producers and the casting also needs to be not the same people, new people, but older. So like a 28-year-old should not be casting for the show.
Right.
Someone 35 plus should be casting for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't be the same people that think what they're doing works.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Or is it recognizing that it doesn't work?
yeah.
I
Because what's
agree.
the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Results.
And they're doing the same
Mhm.
thing over and over again, and they're expecting different results, and it's not working
Working.
because
Not working.
they're insane. So all the women now are really questioning their relationships on the beach, and we did see even Olivia and Rachel when the breakup was happening with Jess and Blake, where it's like, I think they're breaking up. Are they breaking up? And so it's really put everybody into like a tailspin here of like what's going on if they're a day one couple and they're breaking up and separating.
Mhm.
What's happening in our relationships. And so this brings Mercedes to really be questioning her relationship with Tyler. So I get it. Like, we didn't see this relationship at all. We just thought that's because it was like best friends and roommates, like coming together and had a plan for the beach. So we never
Right.
really believed this was a real thing. And so now she is kind of coming to terms with it's not a real thing. How do you feel about Mercedes and Tyler? And flashbacks? Did we need flashbacks on their relationship?
Yeah, because they didn't show us anything in their relationship. So now you trying to come get us to wrap us up to a point.
Well, we're seeing it twice. Like, we need to see their date where they're talking about a raccoon. Like, shooting star, cute. But, like, okay.
Um, I this was my probably the thing that I was most annoyed about the entire episode, and there are some people who fell for it. I am not one of those people. You want me to be sad, upset
For what?
for Mercedes, and
No.
I refuse.
Right, and I wasn't.
Absolutely,
I wasn't.
I
No,
cannot.
no.
I'm not,
Karma
and I'm
came.
not going to be. No.
Right.
So if that was the point of this, because she decided to continue her journey, I don't care, because to me, this is all on Mercedes. She chose wrong. You came
Right.
in with this pre-planned notion in your head when you should have followed the connection that was Tyler would have got picked up anyway, boo. Somebody was going to always choose Tyler. So all
But
you
she
had to
never
do,
wanted Will. That's why she let it go,
that's
because
the
she didn't want Will
problem.
in the first place.
But that's how you know she never wanted Will. That's what I'm saying, because he genuinely, I need somebody who wants me, who's going to express that they want me, who's going to be honest about that. He was never honest. But the person who was on, and I don't even, you guys know, I don't even like Will. The person who was honest with you about his feelings of what he wanted from you, for you, you dumped him for this person. I don't feel bad for you. Sorry.
No.
Well, and
No.
especially since like she kind of swooped. Well, she's part of that whole. We knew Olivia had a vibe with Will, had the little kiss, flirting, having their little feet talk, whatever.
Yeah.
Then Kylie decided that she wanted to secure a rose, comes in, swoops Will up.
Yep.
And then Kylie's like, you know what? Will's easy. You could just get him to give you your rose. Tyler's coming. Just wait, stay for Tyler. And she just
Exactly.
used that man, Will.
Mhm.
And if she wanted to stay to the end with somebody, she would have been able to stay with Will.
She would have.
But she wanted to.
And they would be the most popular couple. I'm going to tell you right now, there's so many people who are mad at her. There are so many people who are upset that her and Will didn't work out. I'm going to tell you right now. I think because of them being able to like push her off to the side for what her kind of still being along with a lot of the stuff that was happening on the beach, but not really in it. She and Will would probably be one of the most popular couples right now on this beach.
Well, V says that's what Mercedes gets for following popularity instead of what works. Absolutely.
Yep.
All of these people are getting it. This is the people that are following popularity are not staying in relationships.
Nope.
Debu here saying Mercedes a professional victim. If there's no depth, aren't you both to blame? Absolutely. She's basically thinks that Tyler's there for a fling. Maybe he is.
Sure.
Maybe he didn't know that he was part of this master plan that you and Kylie concocted.
Hello.
Like maybe he was the last to know.
Right.
This was my tweet. No, but for real, am I supposed to feel sorry for Mercedes? You had a chance with someone who wanted to pursue you, but you dumped him for Tyler, who you were waiting on. And I don't even like Will like that. But you chose wrong. And 95 people have liked it. 4 people reposted it. Because, again, this was not strategically. If you were trying to be strategic, this was wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. I mean, and that's how karma works. You did Tyler did to you what you did to Will. So it is what it is. Like, and so we are to assume. So if Blake is saying that he didn't know about the kiss, we are now left to assume that nobody saw the kiss. Because Mercedes doesn't know about the kiss either, right? Like nobody saw the kiss.
Maybe they're not allowed to speak about the kiss.
We can't talk about Bruno. Nobody can speak about the kiss. I mean, because I'm just wondering, like, nobody ever talked about that. Would have been for producers to manipulate that. That could have been a good storyline. And I mean, we could have maybe got to the bottom of
Someone
this.
must have looked bad. Somebody must have looked bad or something. You know what I mean? Like they're protecting somebody, I would think. A golden person. Like maybe they're protecting Jess. Maybe they're protecting Tyler. Like, I don't know. But like, it seems like they showed us the kiss. So I don't know why they're not addressing more about it.
Yeah.
Something, if it was ever, well, we know that Blake never got the information, but if it was stated by somebody, however they stated it, was probably not cool. and the person probably stays on the beach till the end.
Mm. Mm.
And that person is the person that wrote it and put it in the truth box to like make her finally wake up. He don't like you. He not into you, girl.
Oh yeah, so maybe it was a
That's where she has the epiphany, like standing at the bar hearing that. That's when all of a sudden it's like, oh wait a minute, my relationship isn't good. It's not good.
so Mercedes thinks it doesn't it hasn't found okay, he says he hasn't found the spark with her, and Mercedes feels used and that he wasn't honest with her, and I was like, you used each other, girl.
Right.
Like, you know,
Right.
it is your fault. I agree, Tamika. It was her fault completely. And then Mercedes kind of leaves that conversation, goes back to the bar, and I guess they're done.
Yeah, he leaves.
And I didn't care.
I didn't care either. And right now, there's like so many polls going like, who do you like better, Mercedes or Olivia? And I'm like, they're not even the same type of person. Like,
not even
Olivia.
like, not in it's not even it's not even close. B, it's not even in the same category, and it's Olivia all day long. And I guess they're trying to pit women of color against women of color. But
Yeah, mixed
listen,
race women.
Maybe because we're gonna see some of that in the next episode. Cause why is Mercedes staying? Who is she going after? Why are you staying?
Jordan.
Jordan, which was so weird. That was
So we'll get there. Nebu says everything is Tyler's fault. You led me on. I deserve better. Blah blah blah. I mean, maybe she just wanted to have her like Rachel moment, you know, like or like the Katie Thurston moment where she or the what's it called Hannah Brown moment. You know, like all these moments where like women stand on their own 2 feet and you know let a man know where they stand. Maybe.
I mean, which I love, but in this case, you dragged yourself to that point, though.
Yeah,
Right.
it's your fault. So yes, Tyler does decide to leave, and nobody ran up and stopped him. That would have been like Jess, like maybe that was your moment to run up and stop Tyler. Like, I don't know.
She didn't
That
have
could've
that
been
in
cute.
her. That's not her personality. She don't have it in her.
But like that would have been good. She'd be like, you know,
Jess comes across as a person who lets life happen to her.
what's because she's
doesn't.
baby Jess.
Yeah, baby Jess.
She's not taking action yet. She's not fulfilling her Aquarius prophecy here. Like, come on, Aquariuses are a little bit less passive, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like a Pisces to me, you know.
Where does Jess live? Because wasn't the whole thing also like he didn't want a long distance relationship?
Who's he?
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
I don't know offhand. I can look it up shortly. So obviously Mercedes is telling everyone about there not being any. He said that there's no spark. There's no spark. Well, do you know what though? I knew that there wasn't going to be a spark. Do you know why, guys? Okay, actually, Tamika will know why. Why would there not be a spark between these two potentially?
Because if the no.
Because she is a fire sign and Aries, and he is a water sign. He's Cancer, and fire is gonna put out the water.
Wait, which one are we talking about now?
Mercedes and Tyler.
Oh, I didn't know Tyler was a water sign.
He's a Cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And so that is not an ideal combination for spark.
Water douses fire.
Exactly. Fire makes water boil. And you saw there was a flash of anger when she was talking to him at one point. Like there's a flash of anger in his eyes, and then he made himself cry a little bit. And I was like, oh, he was masking anger with those tears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys caught that as well, but I was like, he was mad.
That's probably why he was like, you know what? Let me get my ass up out of here.
He got mad. Mad. So we see Michael and Olivia on the beach, and this was actually like a nice moment where I was like, okay, I want to see them. Like Olivia definitely is the star of the season. I don't care what the editors or the producers say, she is the star. And he set up a little basketball net for a little date.
So
now, really what could my one problem be about this moment?
That the producer set it up?
No.
Yeah.
that he was wearing dress shoes on the beach.
Oh, yeah, it was
Black dress
somebody
shoes.
pointed that out. Like he was wearing dress shoes and she was barefoot. And they couldn't
Yes.
understand what was going on. Like it was two different
I didn't even
settings.
pay attention to
He's
that.
wearing like a beige like sweater or like a I don't know what
Like
material
a
it is.
cream, yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
And like light colored pants.
Mhm.
And then these black pointy dress shoes on the
Yeah.
beach playing basketball. Like it just it was not working for me. All I was looking at is like, is he gonna step on her toes with his pointy shoes? Anyways, that was my
Listen,
problem.
I'm gonna say this. I like a man who can dress. So
Yeah, me too.
so absolutely he's always put together.
He
Just-
looked fine if he
you-
was
you
walking
just,
down the street.
Sometimes you could just take the dress shoes off. That's
Take
it.
off the dress shoes.
Sometimes people
They
do
shouldn't
not
really
like
be.
staying
They
in
shouldn't
their
really
toes.
be in your wardrobe in Paradise. To be honest,
Right. But my whole thing is the man likes to dress. So in his head, the dress shoes are coming regardless. You never know what the case is.
now he
my
does
whole
usually dress
thing
pretty
is-
well, but he shouldn't be wearing black shoes with an all beigey cream outfit, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't know. I'm fine with that.
It was
That's
just
part of
too black, and then like, but it should have been like a beige shoe or like a dark brown. But the black was, to me, it stood out as well.
A dark brown or beige would have been ideal, but
Like, couldn't
black
he have
is a
worn
neutral
some
color, it'll go in.
those boat
Dress
shoes?
sandals?
Get those like brown beige boat shoes if he wants to wear like shoes, if he doesn't want to be barefoot. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I
Oh,
just
but
thought
the
like
boat shoes don't go with it. I don't know. He from Chicago. You got to remember he from Chicago. I mean, you're in Canada. Maybe you don't know about Chicago, but Chicago men wear gaiters. Like they don't play. They like it's dress shoes, snake skin, gator skin. It's about that. They about that. They wear 3
They
piece
got that
suits
life.
and carrying on. Like they about it. They don't play. Like,
And
they
he works
dress
on a
from-
boat, so probably for him, regardless of the setting, he's he's
Right.
the captain of a yacht. He's
but
wearing
boats
the-
though, on boats you're supposed to be barefoot. No, I thought that's like the rule for being on a boat.
None
As
of
the
this yacht
captain,
party.
no, he not barefoot. As the captain,
Because he's not on the deck. I'm gonna look at Captain Sandy's feet. To see.
No, don't go back Captain Sandy. Go back when you saw the
Captain
people
Lee?
on like the Love Boat. Remember when you would see the captain on the Love Boat? He had on shoes.
But like
Remember
Captain Lee,
But she's talking about yachts. So like when I went to a yacht party, so I went 2 times to a
Drop
yacht.
it, girl. Drop it. Go ahead. Go ahead. When
On
you went to
the
yacht party.
first time we went to the yacht, yes, we were told to take off our shoes, even if they were sandals, and they were put. But that's because we actually like left and was drinking and was all okay. Then the second time when I went into the all white yacht party, we had to keep our shoes on.
I worked on a boat for a summer, and we never wore our shoes. But I don't know. Depends on the type of boat. We'll see.
Yeah, was this one bigger? I don't know
If it was like a big like ferry type vibe, like we wore shoes.
No,
But,
this
like,
is a bigger boat. So yes, definitely a bigger boat. The second time when we got to keep our shoes on, so
On
it was
below
still a
deck, they
yacht.
have on shoes too. They have
Pardon?
on shoes. Them stewardess. They have on shoes on below deck.
No,
have
they
on
don't.
shoes.
No, they don't.
When that stewardess is out there serving them food and stuff at the table, I watched
No
a Jamel
shoes.
Hill episode. She had on shoes.
I mean, okay, I literally watch every episode, and they don't wear shoes. Like they even like when the passengers come on the boat, they bring a basket, and everybody puts their shoes in the basket.
What? Oh my goodness. I
Maybe
don't like
there's
that.
certain moments where they're like, oh, we're gonna be maybe inside, they can keep their shoes on, but definitely on the deck, there's no shoes on the deck. But maybe inside, maybe it's different inside. The interior where it's like carpet.
That would be uncomfortable for me. I do not like walking around on like outside surfaces without shoes. That would be, I would need some isotonic slippers or something. Just let me wear something like.
They might have they like a boat slipper, I guess, maybe, but
Okay. Yeah.
definitely on the deck though, no shoes.
Mm.
Inside, we'll have to verify. So at this point, though, like I still really like them. I'm sorry that I brought us down this tangent of shoes black shoes, 3-piece suits, and Chicago men dating.
Hopefully, it doesn't end up on the internet.
But I definitely liked seeing them together. He has a cute little dimple. Like they seem to be
his
enjoying
dimples
each
are
other's company.
so
They're
Now,
so cute together too.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
oh, gorgeous couple together.
now
Mhm.
we have been seeing Olivia Woot na Boot. She was at a basketball game. Do you remember who she was with?
Oh, she was with Tanner, Sam, and oh crap. Oh, that guy, Michael A.
Oh yeah. Why is he? How did he get involved?
I don't
Is him and
know.
Sam seeing each other?
I don't know. I
Because
couldn't
I
tell
can
if it
see
was a
that. I could
double
really
date.
see that. I could see
Yeah,
that though.
I was saying, I was like, I could see it being a double date. I'm not sure, but
I mean, I get Olivia and Tanner because they were really good friends.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
And Olivia's just a better dater than some of these women on the beach.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like she's really good with having a good time, jokes, smiles,
Being
personality.
well-rounded. Being
Yeah, she's just a
well-rounded.
fun time on a date. And so like you think that she's connecting with all these people and
Mhm.
maybe she's not, but like
Yeah.
she's good at being invested and kind of all in. And
Yeah.
so I mean, I
She-
wouldn't be surprised
She
if her and
elevates
Tanner.
she's elevated every man that she has been with on this
Mhm.
beach.
Exactly.
Every single man.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a fun time. She's a well-rounded person. Like the three of us, I think we're good daters. Like men like to go on dates with women who are versatile. They can take them to the Met. They could take them to a basketball game. They could take them to the amusement park. They could take them home to meet their family. Like you have to be, she's a person that can start a conversation with anybody, have a good time with
Right.
anybody, like
Absolutely.
blend in. Like what we doing? We eating lobster, we playing spades, what we doing? Like I can do it all. And that makes a good dater. And I think that's why she doesn't have a problem. And I think the girls, some of those girls were rigid and one-sided, and they were envious of the fact that she could mesh with all of these men different
She's
types
such a
of
good
ways.
time.
Yes,
Kylie's
and
so boring, and she's
they
such
were
a good
jealous
time.
of it, and their
Mhm.
jealousy manifested to being mean girls and being like saying little snide remarks and just trying to be spiteful. Like,
Yeah,
that's how
agree. I agree.
So at this point, I was thinking like, Jess and Brayden maybe have a chance here because like we saw in some of the outros with like the rapping and she was like hanging with him. I'm like Aries and Aquarius, good combo. Maybe that could work. So that's kind of what I was thinking that could be something because he would bring out, like, make her a little more animated. Like she's not really good at taking any action, but he
Right.
really is. He's
Right.
another version of Olivia in the sense that like he has a good time with people that he's hanging out with,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And
And
so
he
I
was
thinking,
interested in her, and he
Yeah.
was trying to get her rose. I mean, although spoiler alert, she didn't give it to him. But that you're right, that could maybe be because he was interested in her.
Yeah.
so that's what I was thinking there. The people that need roses are Tanner, Taylor, Jordan. Who's Taylor though? Why is Taylor
He was
why are
from
the
charity
I know,
season.
but why are they so mean? Like they don't give this guy a connection. Nobody knows who he is. Like I feel
They
bad.
did him wrong. They didn't even give him a date card. At least when you let somebody come on to come on to the island and come on to the episode or whatever, you at least could give them a date card just to give them an opportunity. They never even gave him a date card, and I felt like they set him up for failure. I just think that they did him wrong. That's just how I feel about it.
Agreed. So and Brayden also needs a rose. So Jordan says in a group that he's not sure if the connection is there. Wait, not Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan. He's not sure about the connection with Rachel, but Rachel.
Oh, he's
like,
interested in Jess. I put Jordan. I was like, what? And sorry, in Mercedes. So why do you think Jordan is interested in Mercedes? Like, what do we miss?
he's not fulfilled with Rachel.
I just wonder her being conflicted. I just wonder about her being conflicted if it turned him off because I think he thought this was going to be his second chance with her.
Well, I mean,
but I thought she was focused on him. I thought she was I
She
thought she
said
had
no to
let go of
Tanner and all
Tanner.
in on Jordan.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah, I thought,
wasn't that this episode? Don't like not the last episode. She was still conflicted. That's where we ended.
but I didn't know that he saw that because she was, from their date, she had such a good time, and she was showing him that she was focused on him. When she had the conversation with Tanner, we could see a little bit of the conflict, but I didn't feel that Jordan saw it, and she never displayed it to him. So that's what I don't know. I mean, but we be missing 7 hours every day, so I don't even know. But I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I thought that he went with Rachel because
He
that was
liked her, and
his
they had their
safe
tantric
space.
sex date, and
Yeah.
they were having a second chance because they had a good time on their anti-gravity date, and she let him go prematurely, and they're trying it again. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought so.
I mean that was what I thought. I thought that he was all in for that storyline. I don't know what happened.
But maybe because okay, so you didn't see this about Rachel. So apparently in her fantasy suite when she was with Zach, she just started grilling him on questions. I'm like, what are we gonna be after? And this, how are we gonna be? And it really turned him off in the
Okay.
sense that he didn't want to be involved anymore. It just he just got the ick basically. And so maybe she did something similar that we didn't see, where she's like, well, what do you want from us? Are we gonna get engaged? Maybe she started drilling some of these questions for her to feel safe and secure onto Jordan. And he's like, 3 days ago I got here. Chill, woman. I don't know. And maybe they didn't show it, but maybe that kind of happened and he got the ick.
I can see that happening.
Being so are we gonna get engaged? What, how do you feel? Are we gonna be doing something after this? Where do you live? Should we and maybe just was too much
Went
soon.
too far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the how she does it.
Pisces overthink and they make up all
Claire.
these things in their head.
Yeah.
And
they think of Claire. Yeah. Anyways. So Jordan does pull Mercedes to chat, and he is interested in her, but she's contemplating leaving. And I'm like, Mercedes, you're not into this man at all. You were into Tyler more than you're into Jordan, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she was into Will more than she was into either of these people, in my opinion, from what it looked like, anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chemistry wise, absolutely. This conversation to me was weird, off-putting. I saw nothing. And then by the end of the rose ceremony, I was very confused.
So Jess usually leaves, but she's going to be sticking with it. And then Brayden pulls Jess, and I was like, oh my God, yes, I got this. This would be a good couple, I think. They're the same age.
Yeah.
He's probably the right energy to bring this shy, cute girl, out of her shell. And he's very complimentary. He would be good for Jess, I think. And he brings her chocolates, and that is, if all Aquarius are like me, we love gifts and we love acts of service. And this is kind of both. He thought about something that she would like and is bringing her something for her. And so I thought that was a winning move on Brayden's part.
That was sweet. Yeah,
I personally was like, okay, yes, I can see this. If Jess is going to stay, because personally I feel like she should go home.
Right.
Brayden and her. No, seriously. Brayden and her would work. It would work. And then you break up and then you go home. And then I would, okay, that makes sense. What happened after this? Again, very confused.
Well, Jess then talks to Taylor, who, okay. And then Tanner interrupts poor Taylor. That's
no respect. They don't respect him.
Poor guy. And so he's basically telling her, well, I never really felt like I had an opportunity to come talk to you because you're kind of locked into this relationship with Blake, and so you were closed off. And I was just like, I agree. Yes, she was immediately with Blake since they were on the beach day one, whatever. And Kat kind of called dibs on Tanner, and we did know that Jess was interested in Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think that she had a better chance with Brayden for the love that she was looking for, because I just don't think Tanner knows how to to do it. Like, he doesn't know how to be engaging and keep a relationship. He seems to
Lazy.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. Lazy. He's lazy. He's lazy. And so, yes, he does want to get to know her, and he is hopeful, and he's all in on Jess. And I was like, he's whacked me. He's handsome face, I guess. He's handsome
I like
face.
Tanner.
Well,
I like
you like
Tanner,
Pisces more than I do.
but this is the moment where I was like, do you have to do this? Like,
Right,
go
right, right.
home. Just be okay with
Right.
going home, Tanner.
Oh, they don't want to. They
I
do
don't
not
want
want to.
to. And like, to this point, I was on Tanner's I was with Tanner up until this point.
Yeah.
With almost everything that he's done, except for
Davia?
when he gave his I was just saying, when he gave his rose to Rachel instead of what is her name? Davia. And then this, and I was just like, okay, so now you're just clout chasing, and I get what you're here for, which is fine. But now I know, like, and so you and Jess can clout chase to the end, to stay to the end and have more screen time, and that's fine. Yeah.
I just think that Jess is going to make the wrong decision here. So rose ceremony happens. Eliza chooses Aaron. We expect this. Kat chooses John Henry. Happy there's very little screen time with them. Kylie and Avon, also 0 screen time. Olivia and Michael chooses Michael. Cute.
Okay.
Sam, no screen time, chooses Peter. And Jess chooses Tanner, not Brayden, sending Brayden and Taylor home.
Funniest part was when who was it? Jess said,
"Oh my god." So Jess says Tanner. And Taylor hears Taylor. And starts watching, like, what did
I say?
My bad. You said,
like, wait, what did I say? Did I say that? Did I say that wrong? Did I say I meant Tanner? I meant Tanner. What did I say?
That's what she was doing. Her face was like, did I say the wrong name? Did I say the wrong name? I was so embarrassed. I was crazy. I was so embarrassed for him. Everybody was like, you know, it was so bad.
It was very funny.
Dabu is coming for you, Miss TJoy. Me and Miss TJoy want Brayden for Bachelor.
We'll see Brayden on the beach next summer.
Taboo, you know it's a mess. Anytime the show got me liking Brayden, I like.
I mean, I would take Brayden for Bachelor, even though he's too young. But like over Joey. Sorry.
I just wish they would have cast John.
They're both too young.
That's true.
I mean, Joey and Brayden. I would have been happier with John B. Or.
Oh, and sorry, and then Mercedes does choose Jordan. And so Rachel has the final rose, and so she could, if she wants, choose Taylor or Brayden. She decides to. Oh, 1 second.
Wait, I just need a minute. I just need a minute.
Runs off, talks to a producer. Then Jesse comes, and she's like told herself that if she was ever going to be in this position, that she's going to just go home and not just stay for a rose. So she goes home.
And I'm proud of her. She did a lot more than some of these other women did. Personally, I feel like they've staged her as a bachelorette on the beach absolutely incorrectly. The way they did it with Becca, I thought was way better than what they did with Rachel. First, to me, Rachel should not have been on the beach day one. I just personally feel like she should have been.
She should have been someone that people were wanting to be there, and that she came as like, oh my god, Rachel is here.
Yes,
I'm wanting to date her. I wanting to meet her.
So
she'd be like the prize.
Yes,
creme consolation prize.
Choice of everybody,
right?
And instead of this, and so I do feel like what she did was absolutely correct. She should have went home. I didn't like Brayden kind of playing into that he made a mistake and went on the
Well, I
date with
think
Becca?
I
And
understand though, like because we didn't see it, but like
yeah,
maybe he didn't break it off properly with Rachel,
mhm,
or maybe he should have given Rachel a chance, or you know what I mean? Like, but like with the pace of Paradise and having to go on dates and people choosing
yeah,
you and the producers wanting people to break things up, like he probably didn't fully feel something
mhm.
with Rachel. And he wouldn't just play along with it, but like he felt a spark with Becca, and I think that he just wishes that he put more attention into what he started with Rachel. Is what I think.
And but
Yeah.
this is why the reason why I didn't like it is because personally he's 24, 25.
Oh yeah, he
That's
should
what
be
he should
doing whatever.
that's what he should have done. Like that's what he should have
I
done.
understand.
And,
Yeah.
and so that's why I'm okay with it. And even though I like Rachel, I really was okay with it because I do feel like ultimately him and Rachel weren't right for each
No,
other.
no,
And
absolutely
so and I don't know how he broke it up with her, but I just do feel like they weren't there and they weren't ever going to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. So we have the outro with the bladder conversation with Kat and John Henry. I guess they're trying to make us like them. I don't know,
And we
but they're just
don't. And we
talking
don't.
about
It was an
peeing
outro.
in the water.
We
That's
don't.
just funny.
Anyways, that's it for this episode. Anything that we didn't talk about that we need to?
No, it was the worst episode of the season.
It was the
They could-
worst.
Are
they
y'all
could-
tired of Rachel? Do you think that Rachel needs to?
Taboo says, "Let's this be the end of Rachel on the show. No more." V is a little harsher, saying that Rachel needs to stay away from TV now. It's too embarrassing. Ooh. But you like Rachel, Mika.
I don't mind Rachel, but I'm also I will tell you, I feel like Rachel's flaws aren't as bad as like Leslie's flaws, and people are calling for Leslie to be the Bachelorette,
Oh my
and I'm
God.
just like, I don't think I can sit through
No,
a
no.
season.
No.
That's
No, we
this
can't.
is
We can't.
it would be the same. They're both Pisces. Oh my God.
Oh, is that what it is?
And
Okay, so
Claire
maybe
and no,
I'm not. Maybe because Rachel's younger that I'm excusing it. But I just
And
I
you also didn't see her Bachelorette, right?
True.
You
yeah, you
True.
didn't see it.
right.
And even if I did, again, her
No,
like to me,
I mean,
it was
you
split,
really
it
don't
was
understand.
split
No,
between
no,
her
I'm
and
telling
somebody
you.
else. So
No,
I
I'm telling
still
you.
might have waved off a lot of what she
No,
was doing.
you cannot
I'm
convince
telling
me.
you, if you saw it, you would be at capacity. You would be at capacity by now. You would be at
Probably.
capacity with her.
It was really hard, a really hard watch.
Yeah.
Like we were so
Struggling.
upset watching it. It was really, 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 really hard to watch. We're like, do we need to watch this woman cry again? Like it was so bad. It was so bad. So I understand not seeing it, that this being your only introduction to Rachel, that she was more palatable, absolutely. But
Yeah.
was piled on top of an entire season of
Mhm.
her whining and crying and
Mhm.
playing the victim and
Mhm.
like feeling unchosen and blaming the men and comparing herself to Gabby, and it was just like
Mhm.
enough.
Mhm.
And then like the whole Tino thing, and then like oh my
Yes.
God, oh my God.
Thank you.
No thanks. No thank you. I'm good. Hide myself. All right. Well, that's it for this episode. Next week, I believe, is going to be the season finale. I won't be in town, so we'll. Oh no, I'll be here on Sunday. So hopefully I'll get a chance to watch it. So I'll be able to do the finale recap next Sunday.
Mhm.
Other than that, Mika, what's going on with you?
So after this, directly after this, we will be recapping The Golden Bachelor after the final rose finale mess that it was. Actually, it was probably one of my I liked this after the final rose. I will say that for the most part. There's some things I would change, but as usual. But you can head to my channel, Entertainment in Color, and watch us discuss, dissect the first finale and after the rose of The Golden Bachelor. On the other side, I am still recapping Traders Canada with Janelle Michaud, and we will be back about 6:30 to recap the last 3 episodes, and then tomorrow's the finale, and hopefully we'll be back this week sometime to recap the finale. So I will say Traders Canada was probably my favorite after Trader, or maybe alongside. No, it's gonna have to be after Traders USA. So if you haven't watched Traders USA, it's streaming on Peacock. Watch that, and if you haven't watched Traders Canada, either come watch our recap or watch it and then watch our recap. And so that's all I've been doing recap wise. I do want to recap Twin Love. I don't know if you guys have watched Twin Love.
Oh, I haven't started yet, but I read what the concept is, and like I kind of want to recap it.
Yeah. Well, let me know if you want to recap. I haven't done it yet. I want to do it in 3 parts. So it's 9 episodes, 3 parts. Let me know. But it was really good. I actually really liked it, and I do hope that they kind of evolve the concept and kind of continue doing it. But very good. If you haven't watched that, check that out on Amazon Prime. And that's kind of it. I'm just waiting to see what this Love Island All Stars is gonna see if I'm going to recap that. Love Island Australia, I heard the season was really kind of like a roller coaster. So I might check that out if it starts streaming in the US. If it hasn't started, I haven't looked. And then I think that's pretty much it. Just it's holiday movie season, guys. It's Christmas season. It's my time. So you'll find me on Twitter chit-chatting about all the Hallmark movies. I've watched about 15 holiday movies already.
I watch a lot of my friends, because a lot of my friends live in Vancouver, and they film hundreds of them in Vancouver. So
really,
yeah.
So
oh my goodness, I watched 6 yesterday. I watched 6 Hallmark movies yesterday. That's all I
I'll look at the
yesterday.
titles, and I'll tell you if I'm friends with any
laundry. Okay, Catch Me If You Claus. Okay, I watched Catch Me If You Claus. I watched a Scottish something like
I had to record that one because I missed it.
Scottish one. I'm in the middle of the 80s diva Christmas. That was on
that was so good last night.
It was? Yes, yeah. I'm in the middle of it. Like
that was Lifetime though. That was Lifetime.
Yeah, that was Lifetime. And then I watched Hallmark, because I watched them all together. Hallmark.
Did you watch A Biltmore Christmas? Because that one was good.
Yes. Are your friends in that one?
Hold on, I built more Christmas.
Yeah. So tonight is a Hallmark mahogany movie, A Christmas with a Kiss, which is all 90% Black people in it.
Well, I think my friends in that one. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look up this guy. He might even be the lead. Is he the lead? It can't be this one. Let's see.
Oh, something about the Christmas light. Something Hall.
Oh no. Okay, he's in Christmas with a Kiss. Sorry.
Yeah.
You watched that one?
Tonight. It's coming on tonight at 8, and I will be live tweeting it on Twitter. So join me if you are on Twitter.
I don't know the guy.
Yeah,
that Jamie.
Yeah,
like he's like
he's in a lot of Christmas movies and stuff.
Yeah, so I remember like when I did like an episode of The Flash, like he was doing BG background and like in my thing, and like he's blown up, and so he's been doing really, really well.
Yeah, so that is my dream, is to write a Hallmark movie.
Really?
Yeah, so I got a new computer, so that is my goal for the year, is to finally put together one of my movies so I can propose it to Hallmark.
I love y'all. Y'all are so great. I pray that you all accomplish these things. Y'all are so inspirational to me. That is so great. I would love it, and I would watch it, and I would just hope you invite me to the premiere so I can come and look cute and cry. And fold my tissue in a triangle like Candace and do this at the premiere, so people won't see me balling.
Yeah, so you can catch me on Twitter tweeting Christmas with a Kiss tonight. So at 8 p.m. I think 7 Central. So I'm on Eastern time.
Get it. And anything to share with TJoy, or are you just gonna hang out with us next door? And
I'm gonna hang out with y'all next to do this Golden Bachelor. I watch you all. I'm watching Christmas movies, and I'm also working a lot, seasonal depression and stuff, and it's a lot for some people in the holidays. Yeah. So I'm also working a lot, but I'm determined the last 2 weeks I'm gonna be off. So, but I'm gonna work for these next few weeks, and I'm just taking it all in, trying to get in the spirit. Taking my tree out the night so I can let the branches fall, and just try to get in the spirit.
Woo.
I keep sharing as much information. People don't realize, because I do have a bit of anxiety. I've had bouts with depression. I've had I think I mentioned I've had
Yeah.
postpartum depression before. And so just I keep trying to share things that people can do to get through the season, because for some people it is amazing and there's so much love and joy, but for some people, even with that love and joy, it's a lot. It can be a lot for people.
Yeah.
So I share as much
Well, that's
information as I
good.
can to get
Yeah,
people
thank
through
you
this
for that.
season. Yeah.
Well, we'll be over on the Golden Bachelor on Entertainment in Color right now.
Yes.
If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel and all the channels here. Like this video and let us know if you care about any couples that are going to potentially get engaged on the beach. All right.
And who do
And
you
is there?
think is getting married?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, and there's supposed to be someone getting married. So who's that? Who's getting married? Is it? I was like, is it? No, it wouldn't be the Golden Bachelor. I'm like, who
No,
is
because
it?
it already happened.
Yeah.
And it's not Kenny and them because they just got married, right? So who is it?
I don't know. They didn't have any bachelor people at their wedding in Puerto Rico. So
maybe they're doing like a actual ceremony kind of thing on the
mhm.
beach. Let's see. All right, everybody. See you soon.